So if you can go to the website, you will have all the information that you need. But for further clarity, you can reach us on WhatsApp. Yes.
All right. So thank you so much. Those who can't see the number is +234 909 644
Six
eight
of
four double three.
yeah.
Screenshot it +234 909 644 8433.
Thank
Tastebudsng.com.
you.
That's the website. Tastebudsng.com. Thank you so much, darling.
Thank
So
you.
let us go back to our brother, um, Holyfield, who wants to share his story. If you guys can help me tag John, so when Holyfield is done sharing his story, we can bring John in too. I've tried to find him, I can't see him. If you can tag him, let us make that work. So, guys, Holyfield, over to you.
Yeah. Daddy Freeze, I think thinking of what John said, I totally agree. Certain things here are quite sensitive, and I have to say that I'd rather not say certain things if I did not feel that it were necessary, especially
Mm,
because I feel that my children are in some kind of danger
mhm,
because these are the signs for me of
mm.
an environment that is not conducive for children. And at this point, I would rather my children be in a safer place just so I can be at peace. I don't know if someone cared about you, if someone loved you, right? They wouldn't want you to be so worried, right? They wouldn't
Mm,
want you to be so stressed about something that they know is not true, right?
mm, mm.
So I feel like certain lines were crossed, and that's why I think I should speak about it.
Okay,
Yeah. So
okay,
perhaps I'll be careful not to say certain things, but I do think it's important that I talk about what's going on.
okay.
Because of my children, because my children are the most important things to me. I feel like they don't have a voice right now. They are still very small. And so it is my responsibility to scream where I feel I'm being silenced. So it's why
Mm.
yeah, I So I don't know what part you've heard or what you would like to expound, because obviously it's a very diverse situation. We've been married for almost 2 years now, so a lot of things have happened. So I think it would help the audience if maybe we can follow through on certain things you might want to know in particular, maybe like the events
Okay,
of
go
yesterday.
ahead.
Because
Just tell your story.
yeah,
Since you want to tell your story, please go ahead and tell your story.
yeah, but it will be quite long. For example, I said what led to this message was the fact I said I'm just coming from a cell. My friend had to come and bail me out because of
Oh wow! Oh
yeah,
wow! Oh
situation
wow!
of yesterday. Imagine being arrested in from the church where we are all trying to reason together, we are all trying to talk together, and then all of a sudden we say, okay, let's call the police to interpret this court order. And then when the police comes, they all gang up on me and say domestic violence, what, I did this, I did that, and then the police arrest me. You know, um, it's just quite strange, and all this because of my children, because obviously my child is the reason why I was there. My child is the reason why I was there. For example, I noticed a lot of things as regards my child and their well-being. When your child is not with you, when you don't see your child every day, and then the only day where you get the opportunity to see your child, someone is trying to stand in your way. There's a way it's unimaginable, because I can't see this child throughout the whole week. I get to see this child only twice, and then the one time I get to see the child, you are vehemently stopping me from doing so. So for me, it feels
I have a
very
question for you.
nefarious. Yeah.
So,
Yes.
what do you think she's angry about? Because
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't want to say I don't know why a woman would not allow their dad to see the kids.
Bro,
Some women do
bro,
it out of spite.
offering, offering.
Yes, they want
My
to
ex
spite
did
the
not allow
man.
me to see my kids for 10 years.
Oh
There's
yes,
nothing
I
I've
agree.
done. And there are many women like that.
Yes,
There are
I agree
many
with
women.
you.
They don't have, they just have to be women. They don't have to be any excuse. They just have to
So,
be
so
women.
this is why I'm trying to raise an alarm, so the same thing doesn't happen to me, because the way it's
Rita
going, it
Osa,
seems
Rita
like,
Osa is here. She shared her story with me. They did not allow her to see her father until I think a year before he passed on. She's here. Sometimes the fathers are a
Mm-hmm.
danger. You understand? And sometimes you can tell that the father is going to, especially when you've allowed the child to have access to the father and the father is being detrimental to the health of the child. I've seen it many times as a counselor. I count as I'm talking to this guy is live. There are some people that come to my back end. I do at least 100 a year.
That is
I
why
do
the
at least
reason
a
I'm
hundred a
asking.
year. Mm.
Yeah, the reason I'm asking is because I want to hear either the flimsy excuse or what you
We
have
want to hear the
told
wife
your
too. We want the wife too
colleague.
to come. Oh,
What did
absolutely.
she
Oh, we're
say
not going
you
to
have
run it in such
done?
a way that the wife is not going to have a voice. No, no way. That's
Yes,
not us.
yes,
The wife is definitely going to come. But if you are looking for why would a woman do this? Why would a woman? Women can do anything
yes, they
because they
can.
are
I
women.
agree.
You understand what I'm saying? Just for no
Yes,
reason. There is no reason. There's nothing I did to my children that kept me from seeing them. And if their mother wants me to see them, it is as simple as call your father. Carry your phone and call your father. As old as I
yeah,
am, my mother still gives me that command if she wants me
yeah,
to talk to my dad and I'm angry with my dad for whatever reason. Call your father. So if a
yeah.
child is
So,
not having access
yeah,
to the father, unless the father is neglecting his responsibility or duty. Now, here's the
right.
thing. Even a father that does not pay for his children is still a father. He should still have access to his children.
yeah, that's even true. That, not to talk of one who is willing to, who even wants the children. It's such a very strange situation. But yeah, I mean, I would want to go from the beginning, but it's a very large story. I really don't know how to start.
No,
But
so let's
I
start
can,
from you being arrested. How did that
yeah,
work? And you said you didn't like the way they were treating your children, the pastor, and all that. Can we circle back to that?
yeah. So like I said, I came to the church normal Sunday. Obviously, we've been having issues. This was when the pastors became involved. I think the pastors became involved at around when she left the house the first time, when I traveled, because I traveled to Nigeria in February for my sister's wedding, and she left the house at that time to go to someone's house. And when I came back, uh, obviously that caused a lot of ruckus. In March, she left the house to this same man's house. Now, this is the man who assaulted me yesterday, that led to
Now,
the
what is her
whole.
relationship with this man? Let's establish that.
Exactly. So you see, this man is just someone whom she has met at the church. She's a church member. He has a wife and he has a daughter, and that daughter has a brother. So she started out with friends with the daughter, which I did not see any problem with. But she got so intimate with them to the point whereby when I traveled, she left the house and went to stay in their house. And for me, this is where I would say, I told my wife from the beginning, I don't like sleepovers, because I believe that sleepovers is not necessary, especially when you have your own house, you have your food, you have your shelter, you have your money, you have what you need. So there's no need for sleepover. Besides, I'm only gone for a week, 1 week. So I felt it was just, like basic respect for you to respect my own fears, because you may trust this person, but me, I don't trust them. So you have to balance that out, to care for our emotions, so we don't hurt each other, right? Unless we are just doing things to hurt each other, right? Which is what brings me to I think what the other lady said the other time. I mean, it's not when you do something, it's not just necessarily because you are angry. Sometimes you do something and then you are trying to provoke someone. And so for me, it is when you do something that they've explicitly told you that they don't like. For example, if someone
Okay, what
tells
is
you,
that thing that they
yeah,
explicitly told you to not
that I've
do?
told her that I do not like, what you mean?
I also don't like sleepovers. You understand? I don't
Yeah,
like sleepovers. I don't like friends who interfere.
yeah,
Um, I
yeah,
learned it the hard way from my ex. I went into my new relationship scarred. There were things that, those kind of friends that will come over and go to your room and knock your bedroom door.
yeah,
If you are my wife's friend, sit down in the sitting room. You have no business in my bedroom. And
yeah,
my wife, and it starts with my wife inviting you, you inviting my wife to your own bedroom. What does that mean? You see, there are some people can gain control into your family gradually.
yeah, yeah.
They
True,
come to your
very true,
house, so they
very,
invite
very
you, come to my room. What does that
true.
mean? If I enter your own room, when I come to your own house, I should
Yeah,
also be able to enter. You should also be able to enter my room.
yeah. Those kind of
You
things I
understand?
didn't like. We're not raised like that,
I don't,
you
it's
know.
even very bad.
Yeah,
Friends should be what they are, friends. There
yeah,
should be boundaries. Somebody said,
yeah.
can you allow your
So,
wife to have a male bestie? I can't
yeah,
even
so
allow
that
my wife to have a female bestie. You know what bestie is? Somebody they sit down and they gist about everything together. Then one day I'm the topic of the gist when we quarrel.
exactly, and that's how
You can have friends, but
start
when you are a
them.
couple, you should know that there should be limits. Let me tell you, now woman will never see bad marriage like they argue these things. Taste boss never argued it with me. I don't like this. She just automatically just saw it and or realized. You see, now when you don't go bad marriage before, now you go realize it. All her friends, quote and unquote, Taste boss experienced friendship when her business crashed. Taste boss had I can almost say multi-million dollar business in Port Harcourt.
Yeah,
When her business crashed, all those people that used to flock around her, 99% of them disappeared into thin air. So I did not need to tell her about friends. When I preach about friends, we don't argue it in the house. Because now, let me tell you two things that we teach you about friends. When your marriage fails and when your business fails. When you experience those two, you will learn. You see, when a woman's arguing, oh, he's too controlling. He doesn't want me to have a bestie. He doesn't want me to have it. Baba, now when you see, some of you have never had a business. You work for people. So when you lose this job, you go to the next job.
yeah.
You
I
understand?
mean,
You don't know what it's
I
like. You
yeah, in
don't know
that
what
regard,
it's like.
I was quite foolish. I
You
honestly
don't know
was very
what it's
foolish
like.
to have
You don't know
allowed
what
it
it's
to.
like to fall
Mm,
from being a CEO of a multi-million dollar company to zero. That's when you know you have no friends. That is when you know you have no friends. Because the first thing you will lose is all your friends. All those ones that used to come when anytime you travel, they will come, they will carry perfume, they'll carry chocolate. You think they like you, they like chocolate, they like perfume. So when Taste Buds and I came together, I did not need to tell her, say, we're in London. Now me the hail Taste Buds say, will you not call your friend? We quarreled over it on our way to Milton Keynes. Because on our way into London, as the plane was landing, I said, call your that your friend. People say, yeah, I'll call. We've been in London for 1 week and 1 day. On our way here to Milton Keynes again, I said, but you've not called your friend. And I can guarantee that she will not call her friend to go back to Nigeria,
Yeah.
no matter how
I
much
mean,
pressure I put.
third parties
Because,
always ruin the
hold on,
thing.
because she has seen friendship. I think out of all her friends, only one person stood with her when she went through the divorce and when she went through her failed business. So you see, when you person with shark don't bite before, they know they tell us say careful for that water. Person with shark don't bite one of his leg, come out. Nobody they advise them say that water where you want, they careful there. Oh. Now when person never experienced shark attack, now every water they look inviting to them. So that's why I always tell people, never marry someone that is younger than 30. They've not seen life. They've not seen life. My mother was ruined because of friends. My first marriage was ruined because of friends. I had my fault, my ex had her fault, but the friends were the amplifier, the equalizer, the
True. Because
boombox.
to be honest, Daddy Freeze, a simple statement like this from my wife could still today even solve this problem. I assure you. If at all she could have said, Holyfield, I'm sorry, this thing I did, I took it too far. This, that, just forget this, please. That's it. That would have solved the problem. But other people coming to the mix, she's trying to prove to other people she's lying. She's lying to me, she's lying to them. So much confusion. Never an opportunity to reflect and ever realize how deep it has gone. Because for me, if at all you want to think of your child being safe with someone, at least you want to have an image in your head that, oh, if I'm not here, if I'm gone, if I'm dead today, this child is safe with someone, right? And by default, that is the mother, right? So it is such a serious thing, such a deep thing when that comfort that you have, that your child is safe with your spouse, is taken away from you.
I
It's
want
it's
to
it's
ask you a question. You said there were some things that you were not comfortable with. I think John is on the line now. There were some things you were not comfortable with in your marriage. With your wife's friend that she hangs out with and does the sleepover with. There were things that you were not comfortable with. What are the things, especially with regards to the children?
well, as regard, first of all, I do not. If I thought she was ever going to ask me, she was living in this house, I would never agree for my child to be sleeping somewhere else apart from in the house. I would not agree to any kind of stuff like that. So I'll tell you about what happened yesterday. I'll just give you an example of the kind of atmosphere that the church is and how they react towards me. So I witnessed a lady, just peck my son, and she pecked him. And I told her calmly, like, I don't really like. I'd rather not. You don't kiss the child. You can shake the child. You can rub his head. You can tap him on
You
the
don't want your
shoulder.
child being kissed. You don't want your child being
Ex-
kissed.
exactly.
There's
I don't
nothing
want
wrong
that.
with that.
I don't want that.
90% of young children that have cold sores, which, by the way, are
Exactly.
herpes, were gotten from strangers kissing children.
Exactly.
Nobody should
Exactly.
kiss your children. Not
Exactly.
your
And
mother, not
guess
your
what?
father, not your friends, nobody. All of you listening to me right now, listen, because you want to argue, because you don't get sense. Nobody should kiss your children, not even your parents, because you don't know what your parents have. You and your
Exactly.
wife can kiss your children.
Exactly. And even for the newborn baby, I would go as far as to say the mother should just be the one to carry the child. Me, I'm a very able-bodied man. I can carry my baby for 4 hours straight, standing up. If it's about rocking the baby, I can rock my baby for hours if the baby is still awake. I don't have a problem carrying my child. So there's no need to give anybody the child. Just give the child to me, right? especially when we're in public like that. That's what I've tried to tell my wife. Give the child to me, and then me raising this issue in the
Peck
church.
on cheek is as bad as kiss. If you have cold
Exactly.
sores, you can give children cold sores, and their immunity might not be able to handle it. They can die.
Yeah, and so I told this to one of the men at the church, and then he went to tell the elder, and they tried to make a ruckus about it. The elder's coming to tell me that the mother gave her permission. I'm like, what do you mean the mother gave
The
her
elder is
permission?
mad. Tell him that Daddy Freeze said that particular elder is a lunatic. That Daddy Freeze wants to see them so he can tell them to his face that they are mad.
That
How
this is
do you
exactly
kiss
what
somebody else's child? If one parent says, "Do not
I.
kiss my child," this is valid. Valid
Yeah,
because of the health reasons.
yeah. And it was not as if I made a problem about it. I was so kind to the lady. In fact, the lady, if she probably just goes, she will probably not even remember, because I told her very calmly. It wasn't that, it was after I just told the guy that's supposed to be a leader in the church, just so they can maybe just say it within themselves, not necessarily make an announcement, but just pass the word around that don't kiss these children, right? Because they are the only children in the church, basically. So imagine if there were plenty children, then yeah, you say, okay, maybe your own will not be targeted. But they are the only children in the church. They're the only babies in the church. So obviously everybody wants to carry, everyone wants, and it's just unfortunate. It's not my fault that they are the only children in the church. But please, just keep your hands off my kids. Because as my wife would know, I've had my own, I'm a Christian, but I have seen, and I would say perhaps that Freeze, maybe there are many other people that you would like to hear from. But there was once a church, and in that church was basically a sex cult until today, thinking
A
about
bench
all the
cult. Be
things.
careful what you say. Bench cult.
Sorry, a bench
Please.
cult, basically, because of the
Mm-hmm.
things that the pastor was doing, and that pastor is a white man. And I heard about early this year that man still comes and preaches in Nigeria. That man should be on the register of people who have assaulted children.
Yeah. Just be careful, yeah.
Yeah. So I've been through that, and she's aware of that, right? So if I thought you cared about me as a parent, you would take this seriously, at least, because it's about me and you and this child. All these other people, they are not parents of this child. They don't have any parental authority over this child. So why do you keep allowing other people to come into the mix? Imagine that the pastor will be trying to tell me, at the
Can
point
I ask
where
a
I wash
question?
my hands from the church. Yeah.
How old, do you mind sharing how old your wife is? What's the age difference?
Yeah, there's an age difference. Yeah, she's about 2 years
The
older.
20s, 20s,
She,
30s.
she's in her late 20s.
How old are you?
I'm also in my late 20s, but she's later than me.
Okay,
If
she's a
that
little bit
makes sense.
older than you.
Yes.
She suppose don't get sense now.
Yeah. It's see, that's the
Ronke,
thing.
we have
I
not
would say
seen
on a
you here. It is pastors you are showing up and down on your Instagram. She be tired to dancing me. Pastor Lutuku Kokowasi. The person that is here is coming to cry to us about what they do to us for church. Was she wabi to share pastor? Ronke, mo de ti gba ẹ lọ́wọ́ kini.
Daddy Freeze, listen. I'm not sharing pastor. I'm sharing what I believe in. Understand? It's not about pastor. It's not about you. It's not about Christianity.
Ma worry. Don't
This
worry.
person I'm sharing is somebody I've been with forever, and
Is
it's
that
not
your
about your
boyfriend?
doctrine.
Is he your husband?
How can my pastor be my husband?
Okay, so it's different, Abby. Don't worry. When they do that, you will come and meet me. Let's not talk about pastor. Now you have to come and put mouth inside. Don't worry. Now we
I
dey
mean,
settle pastor
Daddy
problem.
unfortunately,
Freeze,
Don't worry.
it's about it's about the message. It's about the message. Do you understand?
Don't
I don't
worry.
just
It will be
post
about the
things.
message when you come and meet me. I've told you.
No,
It will
Daddy
not
Freeze,
be up to a year. You will come and
it's
cry
not
and
even
meet me.
about pastors. Listen, if you notice my status, it's not just pastors you see there. When I
It's
listen to
pastors have been saying
something,
these days, I can't dey worry for you. So you do
no,
okay, sir.
when I listen to a message and it ministers to me and it obviously makes a meaning to me, that's when you see me posting it. It's not just pastors. So it's not even about pastors, right? It's about the messages being passed.
Are you okay, Sha? Is everything all right? Doesn't look to me like everything's okay. But like you said, you are spreading message of pastor is all good. You know I love you nonetheless. So go ahead. Talk to us.
That
So
is
I mean,
great.
at the point where I was fed up was when they started trying to tell me how to discipline my child. You know, they're trying to
You see,
tell me.
if you don't allow people to enter your space, let me
Yeah,
tell you something. It's one of the reasons why I'm close to Pastor Toby. Pastor Toby, do you know how many things Pastor Toby has advised me without advising me? El Magnific. There was one job I was doing. The guy was shady. Just imagine, like with Ronke, for instance, now. So I took the matter to Pastor Toby. I said, PT, El Magnific, thank you for popping my money gun. I said, PT, see this guy. This guy is funny. This guy is like this, like this. What do you think? PT no tell me, say, no follow the guy talk. So one day I now said, this guy wants to do business and he wants me to hook him up with, let's say, El Magnific popping my money gun. Let's say Offering. So I now went to meet Offering and said, I told PT, I said, should I introduce him to Offering? PT said quietly that this guy, where you they suspect, why you won't carry and go meet another person where you never sure? Do you think is right? I say, yeah. I shall went. At the end of the day, the guy ended up being my biggest tragedy in 2025. In this life, there are some people you will meet. From the moment you pick up their phone call like this, it's tragedy upon tragedy. They will use you, and they will promise big things. And the worst thing is, you get the way person go, you go pick person call. The person has effed up the first time. What are you supposed to do wrong? The person will keep tying you in and trying to tell you they will redeem themselves, and they'll keep dragging you down the rabbit hole. I've never had that experience before. There was one particular fellow. He had been calling me for months. I'm not picking call. One day I just picking call. From the day where I picking call till the day I stopped to the answer round, it was tragedy upon tragedy upon tragedy. But you see, when I went to meet PT one day, I said, PT, why didn't you tell me? PT said, but I was asking you that this guy that you are not sure of, why do you want to take other people to go and meet him? I now the quarrel and say, why didn't you insist? Because you see, friends also allow you to make your own decisions. They
yeah.
can cleverly influence you, but they will not demand it. They have a way of giving advice without making you feel less of a person. I don't know if what I'm saying is, if somebody comes to you and tells you how to raise your children. One day, one of my uncles came to me when my ex was leaving. He said, your marriage failed. I said, how many of your children are married? You have 4 children. Sorry, you have 3 children. Only the youngest is married. The two other ones be like factory reject. You know, say my mouth no good. The two other ones be like factory reject. They are brand new, but nobody is even willing to price them as second hand.
Your
And you are
mouth
worried
no
about
good.
me that
Your
got
mouth
married
no
at
good.
24, divorced by 35, and is about to get married again at 38. Why are you bothered about me? I'll think if I were you, I'll turn the magnifying glass behind me on my own children.
You know, that's exactly what I've been saying. It's like, why can't these guys just leave us alone?
But you see, you
Because to be
can't
honest,
say that unless your wife is on your side.
exactly that's what I'm saying. Perhaps maybe even coming public might make her rethink things because it seems like she has forgotten where we're from. She's
You
forgotten
see,
that we are
you
Nigerians.
see,
Perhaps she's
you
forgotten.
see, your
Our,
wife is on her way out, brother. Your wife is
she
on
has
her
just
way out. Let me break your heart here. From my experience in counseling, I'm sorry. I'm not very mature. So I will tell you, begin to pack your load or this marriage on end.
yeah. I realized
Just
that at the
just
point
have that
where
at the back of your mind. Because 90% of the cases that I've seen that follow the trajectory that you are following did not end well.
yeah, it's
Did
already
not
messy.
end well.
It's already messy
Once
with the court
you
case
see,
flying up and down.
once matter don't reach level where other people don't they put mouth to the point where she's comfortable in confide. Yes, I can see that you two can be quite controlling, and rightfully so. You are in your house. In my house, I have my rules and regulations. Sometimes me and my wife fight over them, but I have my rules and
Yeah.
regulations. I'll give
Yeah.
you an
Yeah.
example. I have a
Daddy
sitting
Freeze.
room
Sorry, just
downstairs.
sorry.
Hold on. Let me give you an example. I have a sitting room downstairs. I don't allow my kids to sit there. Ask me why. Because anytime I come home, like all of a sudden I have a visitor, and then the house is dirty. You guys can dirty your rooms. Why are you dirtying my sitting room? I have no problem with you dirtying the sitting room. Who dirtied the sitting room? They will say it's not me. It's not me. It's not me. They will push it from one person to the other. So there is nobody you can hold. Then you say, but last time I saw you there, I got up and this person. Okay. Henceforth, I don't want to see any of you in this sitting room again. And that sitting room has been clean.
Yeah.
Now,
Daddy Freeze.
hold on. I'm talking. I noticed that Daniela starts sitting in that sitting room. So I tell her, I said, Daniela, you're the only one I allowed to sit here. Why are you the only one I allowed to sit here? So that if it is dirty, it is you I will hold. Right? So Daniela is 23 years old. I said, okay, I believe you're old enough to manage resources better than the rest of them. And the sitting room is relatively clean until once in a while somebody sneaks there and sits down there and scatters it. You see, children don't know how to sit somewhere and not scatter it. So if you come to my house and they say, my daddy does not allow us to sit here, to look like a wicked daddy, forgetting that this has been 2-3 years of everyday shouting, who did this is not me. I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense to you.
Oh, yeah.
So if people come and meet me and say, in my house, my father is very bad, he does this. My mother is very bad, he does this. Do you know the background story of that house? If somebody says, do not kiss my baby, or peck my baby, or hug my baby, if they don't feel comfortable, or carry my baby, if they don't feel, see me, people carry my baby because me, I'm lazy. I don't know how to carry children. The only problem I
Me,
have,
I can
the
carry for
only
hours.
problem I have is kissing. Don't kiss my baby. But you can carry. You understand? You can play with. Thank God, carry. But if somebody now, and there's one part I like about this Holyfield. He said, I can carry my baby and dance with my baby for 4 hours. So if the person is willing to do it, then don't bring an outsider to do his job. People are different. Everybody has their own finicky things. My wife can share toothbrush with me, but she cannot share towel with me. My wife has no problem sharing toothbrush with me, but she can't share towel with me. Because my wife likes her towels crisp and dry. And I've learned to respect that. My wife will never come to the bathroom and say, did you use my toothbrush? I enter the bathroom, I don't see my toothbrush, I use my wife's toothbrush. Because I believe that me and you, they kiss. Why would not you use toothbrush? You understand? It's illogical.
Yeah.
And the reason why my wife doesn't want me to share her towel is not because I'll give her some disease. It's because she wants her towels to be dry
Yeah.
and crisp. So she they fight me.
Nothing
So I
like
don't
that
touch her
crispy.
towels. I can use my wife's sponge. I can use my wife's toothbrush. I can't use my wife's facial cream because it's very expensive. And I can't use her towel because she wants her towels to be crisp and warm.
Yeah,
My
so
wife
Daddy
does not
Freeze.
drive my car. My wife will not wake up one day and feel funky and carry my car key and want to go. Mm-mm. The best she can do is that if he's come and drive me, I want to go somewhere. She knows that if I wake up and I see one scratch on my car, the whole neighborhood will know that somebody's car has been scratched.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah, so
understand.
Daddy Freeze, I
Go
think
ahead.
where I got to know that
Ronke
this
Onidodole o.
Daddy
little
Prince, I was going
things,
to
these
say,
things
your people are really
belong.
harassing me one day.
Ronke ti fi
Um,
dòdò pastor ló kù tó ń tẹ̀lé báyìí o. Mo ti report ẹ̀ fún yín o. Kamala, so continue, my brother. Say what you wanted to say.
yeah. So I was saying at the point where I got to figure out that these things were becoming a problem, like little things that I would say and she would disagree, and certain things that she also wants me to do, you know, and I'm like, okay, fine. I was like, we have so many differences, right? But we're having children, we've already had children, right? There's nothing we can do about it. Let us come together and have a postnuptial agreement, right? Let me put down these things. These are the things I care about. These are the things I want you to know, right? And do the same thing. Give me the things you want me to do and the things that you want me to abide by as well, right? And then we make it legal, right? So then we can truly hold each other to responsibility, right? So you are supposed to do this, you didn't do this. This is what is going to happen, right? Or we go this route, right? And for me, it was either that or we just dissolve the marriage amicably, right? Go our separate ways, find a way to co-parent, right? I brought a lot of different options, right? It's either you, you know, do this, go back home, stay with family, or you leave the child here with me. You know, different options I brought to the table, right? So we can discuss. But it appears that she doesn't want that, you know, that discussion, right? You know, the church people and everybody is like, the divorce is a sin. Oh, God does not, they're
Okay,
misinterpreting
if you say
Malachi.
divorce is a sin, no problem. I don't want to divorce. But can
Stuff.
I stay in a bad marriage?
No, I asked for a postnuptial agreement. If I thought you don't want divorce, okay, let's have a postnuptial agreement, right? Let us live by law and order, right? At least let us have a postnuptial agreement. I will say the things like, for example, me, if you would have seen my copy of that agreement, it would have mostly included things about my children, not necessarily myself. For example, something like this, right? It would be something I would want to be put down, and you know very well. So even if but you have agreed to it, right? Because of mutually. For example, as well, she wanted me to give her allowance and stuff like that. She wants me to give her some kind of monthly allowance. I'm like, okay, fine. I can give you a monthly allowance. That's not a problem. Money is not necessarily the problem, but let us have it set in stone. So me too, there are also things I want from you that you don't just want to do. And there are things you want from me.
Like, tell me the things you want her to do that she's not doing. Like, give you
For
the.
example, I mean, we had two children in like how many months? That was not necessarily the problem.
But you too, you get wife where they give you knack. Why you can't they find problem?
Because it's more to life than knacks, eh? And what's so
Okay, so
special
what
about the
more do you want?
what's so special about the knacks if other people just simply have access to the woman? If you enjoy those things when it's
Wait,
very exclusive to you,
is
right?
she cheating on you?
Now I'm not saying that definitively, but obviously
That means they are suspects.
when a man is pushing
Suspicions.
me, when a man is pushing me because I'm trying to take my baby home, then you know that there's a problem. Why is another man
Have you
attacking me for
done
trying to
DNA
take?
to that baby?
Eh?
Have you done DNA?
Daddy, please don't make me cry on this live, please. Like no, not that particular one. But no, those are my children. In fact, even the one that I would have said, let me put a question mark to, but there's no even any point to do that. Those are my children because they were born within the marriage. They are legally mine in terms of the law. So they are my
Forget law,
children.
brother. Go and do DNA. Oh.
They are my children, Daddy, please, regardless.
Ah.
It
Ronke o de
doesn't
man
matter.
fẹnu sí kìíní. Ronke onídòdò. Ronke onídòdò kiri.
That the phrase, you know that everybody here still remembers
Onídòdò
you.
onímọ̀ọ́mọ̀
We bring your
Ronke.
dodo. Everybody is typing okay, dodo. Yeah, you see, they have not even forgotten. Despite the fact that I've been gone for some time now, they still remember. Anyway, my brother, in as much as me and Daddy Freeze, we're not always on the same page in most of these our discussions. We don't always agree. You see, everything you have said today, I totally agree. I'm not going to add more, or even if he says it jokingly, look into it inwardly. He might not take it
Yeah.
seriously right now. I am telling you the honest, that my opinion at the moment. Look into, I'm not going to repeat them, but whatever he has said today to say X, Y, Z, because I've listened to everything, please look into it. Even if that child looks like you, with all these narratives, please look into it.
Yeah. This my life, eh?
Daddy
Yes,
Freeze,
I
do you
get
know
Yeah.
that I get messages in my inbox to say they will be telling me that the Freeze is out. Come and say something about this matter. And I'll be like, I'm not online. Yeah, but he's out now. And they will be tagging me. And I'll be like, I'm not coming on Daddy Freeze case show. No way.
Why? But me and you no quarrel now.
We quarreled.
Me and you.
Yeah.
What happened?
We
Okay, I
did.
remember asking you for dodo and you said you will not give me to eat. And I
It's
was
not
angry.
about go away. Go away. It's not about the go away.
Okay, yeah, eventually I ate the dodo, but
You
about...
never had what dodo did you eat? Where? Who gave you dodo? Which dodo? Which dodo are you talking about?
why am I... Sorry, let me apologize to you. Okay, you wanted me to eat the dodo and I was not
What
a
dodo
human
are you
being. Oh my
talking about?
God, I'm
Which
so sorry.
dodo? Are we speaking the same language?
Okay,
So which
what did
dodo?
I do? What did I do that
It
made you
wasn't
angry?
about any dodo. Go away. It wasn't about-
Okay, what was it about so I can apologize?
No, I'm not angry anymore.
No, tell me, what did I do?
I'm not angry anymore.
For you to even have been angry, because I noticed I've not seen you in a while. I noticed you
Yeah.
started going to pastors to deliver yourself from problems you're
I'm
carrying.
reporting you to all the pastors I could report you.
Oh yeah, sorry. What did I do? Because you are really my person. Ronke is one person I used to buy my star, used to buy my money gun. See, sometimes let me tell you, and you need to understand that in this our life we dey quarrel. And sometimes this holy field where they see me and I don't quarrel, cause ourselves on top Bible. You understand? Most of the people here we've quarreled before. Sometimes we quarrel, we become friends again.
Yeah. Me
You
and you, they
understand?
quarrel. Yeah, I did because
But
obviously
what did
we
I
all
do
have.
to you? What did I do?
We
Because
always
in all
sometimes we don't.
honesty, I did not
See,
know what I did.
Daddy Freeze. If there's
Uh,
any live videos, I loved. There was one time you're having discussion over was it when Ned case started? I was
uh,
boiling. I wanted to come in. I was like, but I keep every time I see you online, I keep holding myself. I'm not joining. I will not. There was a time we had a discussion over a particular case, and you just took me in. I didn't even say you should bring me in. You just brought me in. Then my opinion was totally different from yours that day. What you did, you just dropped me off.
no. Sometimes
It
all
was
you
so
know. I'm not
rude.
saying
I'm
I
like,
didn't do it.
Freeze, why?
I'm not saying I didn't do
I
it.
know that sometimes, I know that sometimes it's difficult to like drop people. You want to bring other people in. We've been through all that, obviously, some other people's opinion, blah, blah. But that day, it was written all over you as in, what the heck is Ronke talking about? She wasn't on my side. You just dropped me. It was all about, we were talking about Pastor Boyega's case. There was something, not his particular case, but there was something you brought up about, and I wasn't just agreeing with you. I said, yes, I could agree with other things, but this one, no way. And immediately you just went, oh, I've lost Ronke. I'm like, no, you didn't lose me. You dropped me. But since then, I said, no, I'm
In
not
all
coming.
fairness, I could have lost you, but let me apologize.
No,
Just in
you
case I
didn't.
dropped you. I'm so sorry, Ronke. You mean a lot to me. You're my sister. You know I love you. Go and delete all those nonsense pastors. You are back to me. Okay? You are back to me. I'm sorry. I'm apologizing to you publicly. I love you very much. I actually noticed that you had been. That's why for me to see you today and bring you on, you know that Kilo Sheronke. Maybe I should have DM'd you. You understand? I'm sorry. And I promise now I will eat your dodo. Please don't be angry.
You and this dodo. Look, they've not even seen me for months, and
Come.
they're still saying dodo.
Where are
You
you?
know,
Where
they
are you in
love
London? Where are you in London? Bolo one in London.
me. I will tell you. So you that is looking for dodo, me, I will now tell you where. No way.
No, tell me. I'm here with my wife. She'll not allow me to come and eat dodo, but
There's no
at least
dodo
let
for you
me know.
anywhere. Even if your wife is not there, even if I see you trying to eat anybody's dodo, me, I will bust you. There's no
No,
dodo
your own
for
is
you.
different. Your own is
No, there's
different.
no dodo.
Uncle, so dodo.
You
Oh
and
yeah,
Stacy,
where are you?
you and
Everybody's
your wife.
apologizing on my
If
behalf.
I see you anywhere, I'm taking the apology. It's okay.
But
I'm your
come,
padri.
Niri Rani. You see, in this London, I saw Remy, I saw Buki, I saw Daly, I saw everybody. Awaje Wola,
Where are
Niri.
you? Where are you? Inbox me.
I'm now in Milton Keynes with my sister. Where are you?
Oh, that's too far. But just inbox me. Let's talk about this. We'll see. I
Oh
promise
shit.
you. Daddy Freeze,
You
I
don't know.
promise you. We'll see.
Downloading. Oh yeah. Please, for jokes apart, please forgive me, please. I must have, maybe I did it intentionally, maybe I didn't. Whatever it is, it was rude of me, and I owe you an apology.
You know
And
I had to
please,
be. You know I had to be,
don't be
don't you?
far away from us.
All right.
My niece is around. Okay, guys, continue talking. Let me go and see my niece. Bro,
All right.
continue. I'm listening. Continue talking.
All
All
right. Talk.
right.
Let me listen to. Yeah.
I mean, well, so I guess I'd say you should be careful, right? The fact that the church claims to be,
Hold on a
you
minute.
know,
Hold on a minute. Thank you, everybody. I can see all the comments, and I'm just laughing here. All of you saying Dodo and Plantain, you better stop it because I'll be coming straight into your inboxes. I'm telling you, everybody, I miss you all. Don't mind that the freeze is my bro, man. All right, brother. Let me listen. Sorry.
yeah. I'm not used to talking like this, but yeah, I definitely needed to
It's good
let
you
out some.
express yourself to get a kind of biased opinion sometimes. Yeah, it's not everything you take on board, but some things might be helpful, to be honest. When you voice out and you're not talking to your immediate family or your immediate friends who might take a kind of stand, in between you guys, when you
I
come
mean,
online and you have this kind of discussion, there are some things you will take with you. You may not totally agree with everything. Sometimes you see that the phrase is up there, right? Sometimes I don't buy his opinion. Sometimes I don't take everything on, with, to heart. But I can bet you when it comes to relationship and all that stuff, I think he's really up high there. You understand?
yeah,
So
I think
even
he
if it
has
sounds funny, there's some things you take home today. Some things you may not even pay attention to before. Honestly, pay attention to it.
yeah.
We need to
I
do
mean,
more way.
for me, I mean, I've always loved children. I've always wanted, many children, to the point where, I would disagree with the idea that the Bible is like God's perfect or one and only design is to be monogamy. I challenge that view. I don't believe that. For example, when Paul gives his letters, I think he in his letters he makes way for those who would have been polygamous, because with the way I love children, I just see why certain men would expand their family like that, right? In that kind of way. And so I don't divorce it from my Christian belief. I believe that one of the reasons why we have the Muslim countries the way they are, very developed as well, and we also have large Muslim families, is because over there it's not a problem when a man wants to have a large family, they don't usually frown upon it. But us as Christians, when you see a woman with 2 children, everybody's looking at you in the church, they're
Yeah.
eyeing the man. Everyone is castigating you when you're trying to have children. I don't know.
Yeah.
Within Christianity, is more like a problem. It's like they hate children. Like, like they separate them, put them in a separate church and stuff like that. But it's not like that on the other eastern side of the world. Their children are loved, they are well protected, even though we have that whole issue of underage marriage and stuff like that. But generally, they welcome larger families as compared to Christian households. And so, yeah, it's definitely something that I would discuss. For example, I'd say that Samuel, when Samuel was rebuking David for what he did, right? He mentions clearly that God gave him gifts of multiple wives, right? So the household of Saul and the multiple wives was a gift from God, right? So it doesn't paint polygamy as a sin. So the question that I would usually ask these, Christian guys in quotes that claim that Romeo and Juliet is from the Bible. Oh, Romeo and Juliet is from Shakespeare. It's not from the Bible, right? So when what I ask them is, according to God's law, right, is polygamy a sin, right? And then when we then go
Omo,
into God's
Taste Buds always buys this
is this
sourdough bread
yam?
from Harrods.
It looks like
Hmm.
yam. Just me.
It's Harrods sourdough bread. It's the best thing in the world.
But it tastes sour.
Mm-mm.
Or what?
Tastes perfect. Mm. I'm buying one too. I'm taking it to Nigeria. Mm. Sourdough bread. Mm. Mm.
I want now. Which one is that one? What's that about? Is it more than bread? Ah,
Mm. Babe, I want more.
are you sure it's bread you're talking about?
Mm-hmm. She
Because it
thought
went for so long. Yeah, we're not so sure
she
it was
thought
bread.
half a slice because I said I'm watching my weight. Said don't come back and ask me for more. Mm. Just try Harold sourdough bread if you're in London.
I'm not a dough person.
Mm, 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 mm. Me neither. This is just remarkable.
I mean, those days in school, I used to bake. I used to know how to make cakes. I mean, I'm preparing to make cakes for my kids, but you see, I don't want to give them sugar now.
But Daddy
I
Freeze,
feel
what
like
I
You
actually
try need to
saw here,
control
I
it.
saw Regina and Ned. Have you had that discussion or what? Because that's what I saw here.
No, go ahead. He's giving us his own version of Ned.
Okay,
yes,
okay, okay, okay. Okay. So some of
I
us
don't
got
know
Ned.
his own story, but me, I'm the innocent one in mine. I
Okay.
just I just want my children to be safe from uh, people that I would deem as harmful to them.
To them.
And I believe if someone is standing in between a father and his son, I think that's nefarious. You know, so and they already know me. I'm a very alert person, and I always say things the way they are, straight to the point. And perhaps that's what they do not like. And for me, my children are I'm the one to protect them. So to be honest, I don't mind if at all anything is going to happen. One thing I don't want to happen is that I don't want a situation whereby I would be deported and my children are left here with her, right? Because the way things are going,
You need to be careful. You
Don't
need to
go
be
collect
careful.
another slice.
You need to
the
be
way she,
careful. Yeah.
yeah, the
Because
way she,
remember that you have to be in there to support these children. If you keep pushing too much and you get deported, then you've lost
yeah,
everything. You will never have
yeah,
control over those children, and those children will be manipulated against you. You are going to stand forever as a bad father. You understand? You know, we women, we when it comes to that, we're good. Yeah. So you
true.
need to be extra careful. Don't, in as much as, yes, you love your children, you really want to be there for them, you may have to negotiate some things and calm down a bit. You understand?
True. So like to be honest, I would not even lie. I would think to myself and be like, okay, perhaps I should have just left at the time where things were getting quite heated. I should have, now that I think about it, you know. But at the end of the day, it still does not give that guy the right to push me, you know. And it also shows how the church consistently comes between us, and it's like someone would say they don't have honey in their mouth, what they have is venom, you know. So when you see two people fighting and you come with honey in your mouth, what you do is that you sweeten the dish, right? You come, you sing this one's praises, you sing this one's praises, you know, just so you bring them together. So you, when you leave, they are both in a better mood. It's not that you come with poison. You come with poison, then you put it into the matter. It's like you're pouring fire into the situation. So that's what these church people have been doing. They've been pouring fire into the situation, and it's very nefarious
But it is
because
what church does normally.
it's very nefarious.
It is what
I
church
mean,
does normally.
I think
And that's why I
in
tell people if you must go to church, go sit down at the back. When you're done, go home. The day somebody asks you for your phone number in that church, go to the next church. That's what
yeah,
church people do.
It's not all the churches that it frees, because now,
100% of the churches. Because
no,
if
no,
you're
that,
not the one counseling, now
I
me they
mean,
counsel. No
yeah,
one,
I
if they never
understand.
do them to you yet,
That is
they
serious.
still will.
You know, you can talk as a pastor, as a preacher on your side. I can speak as a member because I have been for 20 years or 25 odd years, and I don't have such experience. So, in as much as you can say, yes, mostly, I would say not totally, okay? Because at my age, I should be able to tell you I know my right from my left, okay? I have been in the church consistently for 20 years without changing to another church, and I never experienced all this, okay? Rather, my own kind of pastor is a young man like yourself who would rather try as much as possible to bring people together. We don't have divorce rate like that in my church because this man will drop the guard as a pastor and relate to you as a brother. Even with the husbands, with the wives, the wife too is there. That's what they both do. They encourage marriage when he's unless there's a kind of toxic marriage or anything, which I really don't normally hear of. So obviously I'm not the one counseling people, but I can tell you as a member for donkey years there that there are some pastors who knows their onions. Do you understand? They are not too like, oh, we have to do it
Let me
1 +
tell you
1, 2
something
all the
here.
time. Sometimes they know how to
Rumpus,
deal with
Me personally.
as a woman, your experience might be totally different from your husband's experience.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
And
But
women, just if they ask his wife will say the church is the best church in the world.
Yeah. Now let me tell
No,
you
I need you
something
to
about
understand
women.
where.
Let me
Hold
tell
on.
yeah. You understand?
Sometimes
You see women,
maybe
right?
your husband is more mature, so
He,
he will overlook certain things.
no, he's not overlooking certain things. It's me knowing the boundaries. Okay.
You knowing the boundaries and him overlooking, you'll be
Yes.
amazed.
Now
If
I
I
will
took your
explain something
husband
to you.
now, if I took your husband now to a, what do they call these people? Hypnotist, and I hypnotize him to tell me the truth,
Yeah.
you'll be amazed that he'll say some things
He will say
that.
even to me. He says it to me. So that's why I said I know what I'm saying. It's not as if he will only say
So,
it to you. He will
so,
say it to
so
me.
I want to hit something with you here. The difference between your husband and Holyfield is your husband knows how to manage the home better than Holyfield
Situation
does.
might be.
Doesn't mean you are better than Holyfield's wife.
Yeah.
It's just that your husband has decided that, you know what, I want to live with this woman, and
It's
I
not about
understand
being
this is.
better. It's about balancing it. Now let me come in a bit, Daddy
Uh-huh.
Praise. It's
See,
about
let me tell you
balancing
something.
things.
Sometimes
Okay.
when my wife annoys me, or sometimes when I just feel that, Baba, all these fine girls around me, I mean, make I go chop ronke dodoni.
Then go chop your dodo.
One
Chop
thing,
your chop you.
make
Then
I
go
chop, make I
chop
can't chop,
you.
I do.
Then go chop your dodo.
So, you know what I always say to myself? I'm like, of all the women I've been with in my life, which is like some 200 to 300 odd women, I have not met anyone that understands me the way Taste Buds does. Does not mean Taste Buds does not have her issues.
Yeah.
If I sit down now and I compare her to any other woman I've been with, no one has done better than her. Now, done better doesn't mean I've not been with finer women. No woman doesn't mean I've not been with. She's very beautiful, so she's top 10 of the women, top 5, papa. But I've also been with some very beautiful girls. I've also been with some very sexy girls. I've also been with some girls that are really good at doing
Yeah.
things. I've been with some girls that, you know, some women, if you say, let's do it, like this one is like, this one is to stress me, this one, some women, anything you want, just tell them they are ready.
Yeah.
I've been with like some of those ones, and trust me, it's a trip. No matter if you like 20 times a day, they are ready. But you see, at the end of the day, it's a balance of probabilities. When you are comparing the best car in the world, it doesn't necessarily mean it will be a cheap car, because you are comparing price, you are comparing safety, you are comparing comfort, you are comparing resale value. By the time you add everything together, the car that scores the most might be an expensive car, or the car that scores the most might even be a cheap car. But at the end of the day, when it comes to the overall package, I've never met any woman like Taste Buds. That overall package, I never see woman we get them. I've met a few finer women, not many, but a few. But you see that whole package. Now, because of that package, because I know that, okay, if I leave her now and I go and follow a finer woman, would I be able to, at the end of the day, blend better with her? Okay, so I follow my
It's
we
not
get yash
only
we be
about you
pastor
blending better with us. Will she even be able to blend with you? That's
with
another thing.
me. That's the
So
thing.
that's what
Will
I'm
she listen to
saying about
me?
balancing that difference.
Let me
What I
tell you
was
something.
trying,
I met a woman one day. This woman was in love with me. She was in love. I think she's so beautiful. And I Igbo girl, as in, if after those 300 girls where I say I don't estimatedly been with in my life, 190 to 200 will be Igbo. My market they sell for Igbo woman. I don't know what they see in me. Yoruba girls don't really like me.
yeah, because people not to look like they know they see like we they see, you know.
No, Yoruba girl get problem. Igbo girls, there was this particular Igbo girl. She was so beautiful, so curvy, so pretty. I swear to God, that girl for collect me from Tazebot's hand. But she said one thing. First time I ever got talking, I used to run from her because you know when you see temptation, you don't say this one go put me for trouble. 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 First thing she said was, I just gisted with her. I now shared something with her. She said, my pastor said this is wrong. I just said,
Here we
thank
go.
God.
Here we go again.
This is a sheeple. So I just capitalized on the fact that she does not have sense to dissolve every feeling I could have had, everything I could have had. It just took 2 hours and I was back to normal. If to say that girl had come and said, Daddy, please, I like your teachings. Your teachings are the best. I've agreed with you since I was small. Because visually, everything I want, she had.
And you know the
So,
most
my dear
difficult
brother,
woman, the most difficult woman on earth is the woman that believes not in Christianity, not in the doctrine, in the pastor. The most
that one you
difficult
cannot.
woman to advise on heart.
No,
I'm
finish. You
telling
are
you, the most
I'll say
difficult
in my
woman
100%.
to advise
I'll
on
say in my
earth,
case.
right? Is not the woman that believes in the Bible. No, 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 no. It's not the woman that believes in the doctrine. It's the woman that believes in the pastor that sees that pastor as demigod or semi-god or God.
Finish.
And it is the most, and it's
And
so
the pastor
common.
them do
It,
back
it,
anything
it
to
is,
this song.
you see, most women really, we get carried away in churches, yeah? We get carried away. We've forgotten that these pastors are even just, they're pastors, they're human beings. We see them like we have just seen God. And sometimes they take advantage of that. And that is why you see scandals going on here and there. Women,
The
when they
Bible
believe in a pastor, they don't query it. Even our parents don't query anything about them. They put them in that place of authority nobody questions. And that is why they prey on our vulnerability when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
100%.
we actually
Chewapa.
hello.
Wow.
Enjoy
So,
London.
London, wow, Bushiwa, I'm
Yeah, you're
back.
gonna gain weight before you go back home. But
I
you
swear,
Esho.
I'm trying really hard. One thing there for Wakwele Java.
I envy
I
you,
don't
but
know how I came.
hello everyone.
Once I go
Sorry,
back to
hi
Nigeria
Bonke,
like this,
hi
I go to eat my
Oli.
granola.
Hello
Hi.
everybody.
You see,
Hi.
like I was telling
Daddy Prince, how long are you around
Holyfield,
for? How long are you around for?
I'm a solo DM. I'm a solo DM.
All right.
So what did I want to say at the end of the day? You see, never never marry as a man, never marry a woman who has friends that advise her. Because
Friends that they
the
gossip with
luck,
there.
the luck that for you to be lucky enough for her to have friends that will give her good advice is like 2%. 98% of friends give bad advice
Absolutely.
to women. Anybody we don't ever go through breakup or divorce, we tell you to be careful with friends.
True.
Yeah.
You understand? Anybody we don't be person before we lose money. Like say, imagine somebody who's maybe a chief judge and then the person lost their job. One of my friends, his father used to work as an MD of an oil company. Thank you, darling. Thank you, my love.
Hey, DF.
Turkey.
DF our food.
Tell them to close the door, my darling.
Okay.
Ask them if they have Coke Zero. Do you know who's the four I'm eating? Can somebody help me tag Rita Osa? Rita, can somebody tag Rita Osa for me? Rita, I'm eating your dodo. Sorry, I mean your fish. Rita, munje dodo. Sorry, Eja munje
DF,
guy.
be
You be
nice.
Agbaya, I swear. You didn't do this thing on purpose.
No, she's Nelson's wife. Oh, Nelson, don't be angry with me, please. Oh, the
DF
fish
be
is
nice.
perfect. The fish is perfect. Can somebody tag Rita Osa?
Yeah, but Chris, do you even know that this whole thing about men,
It's so nice.
pastors interfering in family life, it's actually
Mm-hmm.
prohibited by scripture. In
Of course,
scripture,
of course.
no man has any business having any conversation with another man's wife, right? Because the Bible says that the older women should teach the younger ones. So if at all
Mm-hmm.
the place was, it was going to be proper, then it would be that if at all there was some kind of a dispute and maybe a woman needed counseling, it wouldn't be a man that would be counseling her. It would be strictly women's business, right? So basically a man
Not just shampoo. I don't drink juice because of the sugar. I'm eating too much sugar, my love. Let me take a sip. Just a sip because it's you. Thank you. I don't like refusing anything my wife gives me.
You will double before you return to that. Your night. Like for gym, you will go return when you resume back.
This one is not my wife. Oh, this is Rita Osa and Nelson Osa. Oh. F1 and Eja, God bless them. Oh. They cooked for the Free Nation Convention, so I'm just eating my own now. I couldn't eat yesterday. Rita Osa, you know this fish now. You know, say now give me.
That's Banla or what?
This woman can cook.
Ooh, I'm glad you love it. I'm glad you're enjoying it, DF.
Therefore, it's so nice. Guys, if you are in the UK, patronize Rita Osa and her husband for your events. See, it's so nice, so juicy.
DF, some of us are hungry now. I'm actually going for Siwaloju.
Rita, God will bless you abundantly.
Anyways, DF, let me just quickly say what I have to say so I can get back to work. My brother, Oli, I didn't get your name.
God bless you, darling.
Holyfield.
Oli what?
Field.
Holyfield, okay. Nice to meet
I'm going to
you.
speak pasta and prawn. DF,
One today.
let us go back to what we're talking about. Me, I have to leave. I just
Oh,
like a
yeah, go
word
back.
for
Sorry.
Holyfield that please, I really like the fact that you came out and you spoke your truth. It's high time we all started letting men also voice out. A lot of men are going through so much. And everybody always comes up with, oh, don't let him talk. You're a man. You shouldn't be talking outside. Da, 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 da. Please let this man also breathe. I know how many men over the weekend, my friends, my male friends that called me, one was talking about, oh, he's been so overwhelmed because he hasn't seen his children for 4 years. Another one was still in my house till about 10 p.m. last night, talking about his divorce proceeding and what's going on. People also want to talk. Men also want to talk. Not only women have the mouth to come on social media every time and say, oh, this is what I'm going through. Let this man also breathe. For all you know, this guy is in Mauritius. Everybody says, why can't you go to your friends? What friends? The same friends that you talk to and they go behind your back and do the wrong thing. For all you know, what he has done what Holyfield has done today, it has actually helped him calm down. He doesn't even look like someone that slept well overnight. Looking at him when he
I mean,
came
I
up
slept
earlier.
without a blanket.
So men looking at him coming online, do you know what it takes for a man to come and talk? Okay, I think it was last week. Just Lover posted something about a guy who came out. I was talking about how he regrets ever getting married. And everybody was lambasting the guy in the comment section. Please let this man also breathe. Everybody has the right to come out and say whatever they want to say. It's all their mental health. Fine. I
Thank you.
also
Thank
agree
you.
with John that sometimes, oh, don't say too much online, But who really cares? Who cares? Like this man might not have anybody around
To
him.
be honest, I'll tell you something. If she goes, I would be glad if she goes ahead to file a, what you call it? They say defamation, right? Go ahead. I have the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying, right? I'm not just saying things from the bush. I'm like VDM. I have my evidence.
Yeah,
Okay.
and just to add, we are
So
not all
it's,
strong. People are strong. Some people are really strong. They can bottle things up. Some people are not strong at all. To me, I don't see him as so much of. It seems like a guy that, well, I don't want wahala. Let me just speak. What? And again, do you know what it
yeah.
means to get locked up? Do you know what it means to get locked up for just 30 minutes in the police cell? Has anybody ever experienced that before? Being locked up. And when you're at the police station, you're with different people. You're with you're with DRUG addicts. You're with different people. So just sitting alone in the police station for 1 hour can affect somebody's mental health. My
Yeah,
brother,
it's really
I'm with you.
humiliating. It's
And I
really
just want to tell
humiliating.
you that God will direct you on the path to follow. And please
And
don't keep your mouth shut. Whoever is ready to listen, open your mouth and talk. There's so much going on in the world. If I didn't express this thing over the weekend, in fact, Daddy Freeze, imagine paraphony. I didn't know that this thing they pain men, no. That women taking away their children. I didn't know it was a painful act at all until recently. With the rate at which guys are coming and saying, "No, it's so painful. I've not seen my child in 4 years, in 5 years, in 10 years." I didn't know it was a thing because some of us we are like this to our children's father. Call them and they're not calling. We are picking the phone out and saying, Alaye, you don't even remember these children. You get what I mean? And they're not still not calling. So I find it strange. Just recently I got to know that the thing they pay men when women actually retract children from men.
The reason
But
why
I
me I stopped looking for my children was because I noticed that they had become a weapon to
Daddy
get to
Freeze, that's
me.
exactly what scriptures say they are. They are a weapon. They're like arrows in the quiver of
And
the
you are
what does
negotiating. You are negotiating scripture to suit. You are very good at that, Holyfield. You see, you can't take the book of Proverbs. They say
yes.
anybody whose quiver is full of them. I forgot how it goes. You see,
Yeah.
children should not be weaponized against their parents.
True.
I noticed at a point in my life that it's not like I don't love my children. I love every one of my kids. But when I realized that I wasn't going to have access to them and they're going to dangle them in front of me. And I'm gonna try to rush and grab them, then they'll move it a little bit further. And I realized that I'm going to leave my calling, leave my purpose, leave everything I came to this earth for and chase children. If those children were born orphans, they will find their way in this world.
Mhm.
Let alone children that have a father that is willing to see them, but they are not willing to see him.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So I just realized that it's better for me to just back down, wish them well, keep them in my prayers, and deal with them from afar until they are ready to come and see me. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, it is very, very important. Sometimes, men, you will fight for your children and you will lose everything. You lose your career, you lose your sanity, you lose your money, and you will think you won the children and you realize you didn't.
Yes. I
Nobody
know.
owns children.
Yeah. I
The
know, Lifos, you
best you
need to
can
be
do,
extra careful.
the
Sorry, Daddy Freeze.
best.
You need to be extra
I,
careful because this woman will be building a case against you.
Yeah.
And that
I wanted
means,
to say something. Sorry,
yeah, yeah.
before you finish. I left my mother's house when I was 25. I'm 50 now. I've lived more on my own now than I've lived with my mother.
With your mother. Mm.
I left when I was like 24. I'm going to be 50 in 6 months. What am I trying to say with that is you don't own your children. A mother can control them at best for 25 years, 30 years. After that, they begin to have sense. Some never do, but some begin to have sense and then begin to question certain narratives. So men that leave everything they are doing and start chasing after children, you will buy yourself. Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
because
exactly
you are
what
going
my
to
friend was saying today.
Holyfield.
play into the narrative that she wants you to play into.
So
You
now
are dance around what she wants you to dance around. So sometimes me, I tell men that look, once you know you are done with the marriage, marry another person. Sharp, sharp, begin the start. If you have to do
Just the
it three
one
times
Marry
to
another
get
one.
it right, if you have to do it three
if
times to get it
that-
right, do it.
Daddy Freeze,
And let me
remember
tell
what
you, a
I
woman
said
who
to
carries
him.
became run from man. Once
Yeah.
listen, if I'm earning 100,000 naira a month, and every month my children get 10,000 naira, 20,000 naira, if I remarry, they will get 5,000 because I have another set of children and I have to take care of them.
Mm-hmm.
that feel
So
that
don't
the church
think.
is so involved in her life, she doesn't ask me for anything. Even when I bring stuff, she scorns at it. She doesn't want stuff from me, She's so comfortable with the things she's getting from the pastors and the church members and all that. That's what she wants. She
Why did you
wants
marry
their own.
this girl? You have no business being with this woman. I'm sorry, brother, but nobody could tell you the truth. Make me, I tell you. What are you doing with her? How did you even, where did you meet her?
Uh,
I think you
Holyfield.
said you wanted to get her from Nigeria. Was that not what you said
You
earlier?
want to get her from Nigeria.
I married her in Nigeria. Yes, I came back to Nigeria to marry her.
And you brought
Yeah,
her there.
she's someone I
You
knew
should not
from
get a job.
childhood.
You see, when a woman
Uh,
is not gainfully employed, this is what you get. Because she has too much time on her hands. So she's going to occupy her mind with what's available, and church is available. I'm sure one of the reasons why you married her was because she was a church girl.
yeah, exactly.
Good for you.
It's always the
I'm the
case.
typical the church girl thing.
It's always
That
the
thing
case.
that you are looking for, you have found it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all well said. The point is, what is your priority at the moment? Let's go back to you
My
now. What's your
children,
priority?
I do not feel like, sometimes I try to, even this thing that happened yesterday is as a result of the fact that I had not seen my boy for 1 week. My father, when I was a child, all those times when I started going out to party when I became a teenager, and I would go out and I would stay out late. Every single time that my phone went off and I was out late, when I'm coming back home, my father is at the gate. He's standing there at the gate. So I don't know if he have been waiting for hours. I don't know. But all those times he's standing at the gate. Imagine the father standing at the gate stranded. Like Nigeria, you call police. Who is the police that is going to go and look for your son for you? So you're just hoping that the son comes back, right? And so, but my father, he'll be right there at the gate. And he won't necessarily beat me. Perhaps he'll beat me the next day. But that particular night, he won't say anything. He's just glad that I have made it back home. So for me, to think that my child is not in this house, it worries me constantly. Like it's
Brother,
affecting my job, it's
brother, you have to
affecting
deal
my
with it. Your child might never be in your house again.
every
Because when you
single thing.
fight with a woman, the first thing she's going to take away from you are those kids.
Yeah.
So just
I mean,
just
So,
unfortunately,
just
she's a very
so
don't
bad
live in
fighter.
fool's
that is
paradise.
free. So the question we should be asking Holyfield at this moment is exactly
Pop my
what is
money
your
gun if you're watching on
priority?
TikTok.
What is your
Yeah.
priority at the moment was the question. Is it to be with your children? Is it that you just want to fight dirty? Is it that, what exactly is your priority at the moment? Because listen, if you don't map out what your aims and objectives are with all this discussion, you're going to still miss it. Because one
Yeah,
thing is
exactly. First of all,
when you,
I'd say, as I said, I want the police, right? That's the police, right? To actually take my declaration, because I've tried to make a declaration against my wife concerning the events of the 2nd of June. I've tried to make that declaration multiple times, right? And each time I meet a constable, I'm being told, come back or go to the city, you go here. No one wants to take the declaration because it is like Daddy Freeze doesn't want me to say certain things on this live. It's like that. Whenever someone cries out, right? And it's something that people have not heard before, they always They always so it's why these people get
Oh,
away
yes.
because no one
Let me take.
listens.
Let me return
Right?
half of it. If I see it, I'll
You
eat all. It's
can't
not good for me.
my my declaration. So perhaps when I go
They
again,
want to use
the
food like
person
kill me here.
DF.
I don't know if you
Hmm?
understand my point. So
And yeah, I told
it's
you.
Wọ́n ti
in
fẹ́
as
bó
much
jẹ bá tèmi jẹ́ o. Ẹ
as
ṣàánú mi
heard.
torí Ọlọ́run ẹ gbà mí. Wọ́n tún ti gbé mi wá o.
Holyfield, let me just say one thing I told my friend last night before he left my house. Because his last proceeding, his last court proceeding is next week. As I said, he's going through divorce, and we got talking yesterday. I told him, I said, whatever you have to protect yourself and to get the best out of the court system, do it. Don't try and be the bigger person. Because in his own case, his ex-wife, the beating and the slap they gave each other in 2018, she brought it up in 2025. She didn't call the cops on him in 2018. But now because they're in the court system, she brought it up in 2025 and they're using that against my friend in the courts. And he was telling me last night that he has so much that, in fact, there was one slap that she gave him right in front of his own brother, and that he's not talking about. I said, what? I said, if a
Don't go and
woman
talk
can
about it.
stoop so low to bring up incident of 2018 in 2025, and the point, it's so sad that my friend, to see his children, he pays $75 an hour for a coaching, what do they call them, under supervision. He can't see his children without supervision. So when any day he has to go pick up his children, he has to pay the supervising agency $75 an hour. So if he's going to stay with the kids for 5 hours, he's paying $75 an hour to just stay with his own blood, all because of what the wife have said in the courts, right? So
Tell
I
your
told him last
friend,
time, I said,
say na
"Hmm?
mumu dey worry am.
No, it's the cause you have DF. This is the law over
Instead
here.
of make I pay $5 to see my children, I
DF,
will never see
there's
them
nothing you
again.
cannot, there's no. Oh my
And I mean, why do I have to see them? What, explain to
no,
me? I have to
DF,
pay to
no,
see my
no.
kids?
We're all different,
Are
DF.
they in
We're
a
all
zoo?
different.
Yeah,
Some
Daddy
people
Freeze.
No.
I
leave
didn't
their
You see, that
children.
difference is what we need to talk about.
Hmm.
Are we in a zoo? Am I paying to see reptiles?
DF. The
My
thing is,
own
even if he does
children?
not
Tell
see
him
the
to
children,
stop paying.
DF, don't forget I said they're still in the courts. If he doesn't see the children at all, another Esuni, that's another crime again. Do you understand? So that's what he needs to pay. But my point is this to my brother here. Whatever you have evidences to protect yourself and to get the best of the situation, don't be the
yeah,
bigger person. That's what I have to say.
yeah.
Do not be the
That
bigger
thing can
person.
never happen in Nigeria. We pay to see my children. I dash you the children. Children when they
It's
find
the, it's
people.
the system over here, DF.
Now
Because
It's the
nonsense
system over
system.
here.
Daddy
everyone
Freeze,
just
before you got to that stage of saying, I will not pay, I will not do this, you have tried other things before and you have tried that before. They will
Exactly.
push you to an extent that you will stop,
Uh-uh.
right? But he hasn't gotten to that stage from the way he's
Exactly.
still
They're still in the
talking.
court system. If he
He's
doesn't see
still,
the children, it's
you
going to lose
know,
them.
you see, your experience taught you all this. His experience will teach him. You can't teach
They
this
have not
man
even
here.
shared, they have not even
You
shared all the
understand?
assets. If he doesn't do
Exactly.
this, then he's going to lose a lot. They have not
What
shared all
about
the
your legal
assets. So
representative? What about that? What about the legal? What are you doing about that?
Ṣé o kò ń dùn ilé ẹ̀ lè bímọ ni? Ṣé wà impotent ni?
DF,
No, 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 no.
you.
No, 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 no. Ṣé ẹ ti lọ ṣe kí ló ti ń pè vasectomy ni?
What it means that the freeze.
No, because orí burúkú o. Instead of me
DF,
to pay, hold on. Instead of me to pay $75, how many children?
he has a twin.
Okay, so
So
instead
for
of
the
me to pay
two kids, so per hour
$75
for this, for listen,
for the two,
for the
so
supervision.
I see them for 5 hours, $350. How
I'm
much is
telling
if
you,
I give birth, if I give woman belly today, how much is child support a month for a new child? Instead of
DF,
men, listen to me. Hey, instead of paying $350 to see your children, give another woman belly, you will see those children for free.
DF, not
Pay.
when you're still in the court system and you guys have assets together. Hey, take me your word, take me your assets. And you're telling him that you should not do the needful that the lawyer is
yeah, but
advising him
true.
to
I
do.
will
Daddy
not
Freeze.
pay to see my children
But
finish.
you're going
You
to
see
lose
Daddy
your
that?
Freeze,
assets.
You
he
see,
hasn't
that's
gotten
the
to
You're
that
going
thing.
to lose
stage
your
yet.
assets.
He hasn't gotten to that stage of not
But
paying to see
actually,
them.
You've gotten to
It
that
is
sister,
still at
stage.
the early
sister,
stage. Daddy Freeze, he will still do
sister,
Yeah.
everything. It is
You
I've
will
still at
actually
pay.
gotten to that stage.
See, there is
I've actually
nothing in this life. For me,
my
the
children.
advanced stage is I pay money to see my children. For me, there's nothing left. The next one, be say,
Yeah,
make
I've
I go,
actually
they see them inside glass. inside show glass.
Daddy Freeze, what you are capable of doing is not what he's capable of doing. Yeah. Let
Okay,
me say
if you are a man and you are listening to me right now, instead of paying money to see your children, give another woman belay.
When you
Finish.
have assets that have not shared and you're still in the court
that other
system.
woman you
How
are
do
going
you
to
and
get,
woman
they
have
may
access
deny you
together?
access
So
to
the
that
people
No,
child
die
too
Mama,
at some
alarm.
point.
these people have
How are
3
you and
houses
woman having
together.
access?
Yes,
Eh?
you know Ebola, what is your rally now? They've been together for like 10
Dìdìrìn
years.
bóbìnrin ra lé. Dìdìrìn ó ń bóbìnrin ra lé.
Oh my God, dear, fashion sort of buy. There was a time that the going was good. They have properties
The
together.
going
They
has
pay
never
mortgage
been good in
together.
this life. Why me and my wife no buy house together? As much as we love ourselves and we're doing lovey-dovey everywhere.
What you would do is
Why we
not
no
what
buy
we
house
would
together?
do. Okay?
Yeah,
We
but
did,
it's
and we never
system
had
over
an
here.
issue with that. So people
Uh,
do things differently. People do things
uh,
differently. People do things
Men, stop
differently.
paying money to see your children. They are not inside show glass.
Daddy Freeze, hold on,
Let me
hold
tell
on.
you
I
what you pay
understand.
money to see. You pay money to see animals in the zoo.
Maybe he has a
You pay
point
money
there,
to see
truly,
things in the
but
museum. You pay money to see dancers and strippers. You don't pay money to see your children. The moment you start, classify your children under that level and go and get another set. Can we go to the Bible? God took Job's children and they were replaced with
Daddy
better
Freeze.
children. That's all. Job. Hey, Holyfield. Did they not take Job's children?
Yeah.
Were they not replaced?
I mean, but
Even
it
children
still
can be
hurts.
replaced.
It still hurts, you know.
Even
I think
children. I hate to say this, but sometimes people need to hear it because this is the weapon formed against every man.
Mm.
I've not
yeah,
heard of where a woman has to pay $350 to see her children.
yeah.
I've not heard
I
it.
agree. I agree.
For a man, instead of me, I will dash you the house. Anything I have to dash, I will dash you. I will never see you or those children again. I have to pay money to see children where I born. Shit, my bola how they pay me. Make it make sense. How hard is it to make a baby? Are you guys impo, MFing,
DF,
tent?
DF. So how is it hard
Tell
to
a
make a baby?
house
I
okay
agree with
follow
you.
you.
DF, I agree
I
with
mean,
you.
I'm
So they
actually
have
a
3
trap
houses
shooter, you know.
now. They have 3 houses. You guys have line of credits, everything together. So you're
Okay, if
saying
I
you're
don't
going to
see
walk
the
away from
children,
her
they will
and you
give me
become
only
a
one of the
pauper.
3
You become
houses.
a
They will cheat me,
pauper.
Abby.
So you become a pauper to start afresh again. You all the
First
things
things
the Lord
first,
worked for, you
me
walk away
and
from it.
woman will never have 3 houses together. No matter the woman, including my mother. First things first. But if I say it, you people say your system is different, and you people say your system is good. No problem. I will give everything up. I will live in a boys' quarters. As long as I don't have to pay money to see my children. For me, that's the lowest low. Any man that is so you are
DF is the court
your own
system.
children.
It's
Listen.
here.
Your woman has played the card to the point. You think if I wanted supervised visits from my ex, I will not pay $10 a year to see my children. Not an hour, a year. As long as they charge me $1 to see them. If my son or my daughter calls me and say they need money, daddy, we need 10K. Hey, I don't think one wants it. Hey, but they're not going to see them. Let me go and see my brother-in-law.
all right, let us.
See, let me tell you something. Even if it is $1 a year, if my son or my daughter calls me and say, Daddy, we need $10,000. Even if I don't get, I go find and give them. But I will not pay $100 to see them. I don't any name we would like, we could have called me today. Anytime a woman brings that, from that moment onward, that day I begin to recruit new women. I thank God Bola is working fine.
Daddy
I'm
Freeze.
feeling well.
Before you started having other
Hello.
children, do you
Hey,
know how
are
much
you
fight
people?
you have put on
Hold
with
on. Are
your
you people
children with that
Yoruba or
woman?
Igbo? I'm
Yeah?
feeling very well. As I am like this, I'm feeling very well.
Now, which of
DF.
your
So,
children? No, wait
And
to be
for
my own.
DF.
I
So
do
what
share
you
your
guys,
Asawokin
opinion.
Romo.
well, it
Daddy
is what
Freeze,
it
I
is.
do share
When it's not that I'm not feeling well.
Daddy Freeze, hold
DF,
on,
you know,
hold
as a
on,
matter
hold
of
on.
fact,
Igbo
let me
people,
tell you
please
what.
help me translate to them.
Daddy
I'm
Freeze,
feeling very well.
listen, you have said it all and you've said it well. But what I'm saying is, before you got to that stage of saying, no, I'm not paying, I'm not doing this,
You would have
you
gone
have
through the court.
tried. You must
That's
have
As in,
tried.
I will
That's what I'm
never pay for
saying.
1 second. The moment they tell me that for me to see these children, I should go and bring $5, I'd rather pay that $5 and go and watch Monkey Size Zoo.
What those children, what they meant to you then could be different
They
to
mean
what they
nothing to
mean
me
to
anymore.
him
The moment I
now.
have to use money and look at them, they mean zero to me. That's when the Nigerian man in me kicks in. When
Daddy
Sarah
Prince.
did not give birth, Abraham climbed on top of his maid and they produced a
Daddy
child.
Prince, don't let us mess Holyfield's brain for now. There's
Holyfield,
little we can.
Holyfield. I'm the only one telling you what is real now. When Sarah no fit born, Abraham climbed he made. He born and be no born. When Rachel and Leah, when Leah no fit born, Leah carry her house girl give Jacob. They born and be the no born. When Leah see say Rachel don't carry her house girl give Jacob, she carry her own house girl too give Jacob. They born and be the no born.
Daddy
The
Prince.
reasons why, hold on, hey, the reason why
Daddy
people have
Prince.
turned children into gods. You are
Daddy
worshiping your
Prince.
children.
We're not worshiping. Listen, you see this country. I don't know where you are.
Someone
Holyfield.
said they will garnish your
Hold on.
check. That
Daddy Prince.
America, is it the only place you can live in the world?
Do you
Do you not have
realize? I was
airports?
coming to talk about that. Do you realize that whether you are paying to see your children or not in this part of the world, they could be taking money from you as child support directly from your income.
exactly.
So it's better
Exactly.
you fight it
If you come
now.
back to Nigeria, how will they take the child
How do
support
you
from
Come
think
you?
back to
Nigeria is a
Nigeria with
solution for
what?
him? Because you are
With
comfortable in
what?
Nigeria, does that make
What
him?
is he coming to
Do you think
Nigeria
he
with?
wants to
They
go?
have 3 houses in America.
Yeah,
If he
but
had
if he does
sold
not
one
work on
house
the
2 years
farm,
ago
he
and come
might
back
lose
to Nigeria,
everything
Daddy Prince,
here.
it's
with
If
not
he does
about
not go to
money.
my
so he
land,
will lose three
It's about your
houses. He will
he
lose
mentality
will
three
lose
too.
it.
houses.
He will lose it if he
No,
does not do everything he's
no.
supposed to
People have
do.
Come
money and they're still
on.
not returning to Nigeria. It's not about money for a lot
Come
of people.
on.
No. Daddy Freeze, it's not about money. A lot of
Okay,
people
so
can
if he
afford
leaves,
right
hold
now
on.
to live in
If he
Nigeria.
leaves America, he cannot go to Finland. Is America the only place in the world?
Why is he
Hold
living
on.
and just living where
When
he
your
wouldn't
mother
want to
gives
live?
birth to you, when your mother gives birth to you, they cut the umbilical cord. Cut your umbilical cord with America. Find another country, South Africa, Dubai. If you don't like Nigeria, you don't want to come home and eat for,
Why
go
running
to
away for what?
Finland. You are not
Why?
running away. You are
That's
running
what
away
The
he's
way
from
it
doing. He's
sounds.
running
That's the
away.
way it
nonsense.
sounds.
You are leaving nonsense behind.
This guy will still want to see his children. This kind of Holyfield is not the kind of person you're talking that will just
Then
detach and say,
Holyfield, learn how to
I don't give
see.
a hell.
Holyfield, you are
This
20
man
something
gives
years old.
this man gives a hell
Holyfield,
for about
you are
it. This
20
man
something
wants to
years
give.
old. These
He
women
loves
will
children more
continue
than
to
you're
use
talking,
your
Daddy Freeze.
head.
No,
The
you're not
reason
from
why, listen, the
Daddy
reason why
Freeze.
women
No.
can do this to you is because you have agreed for them to weaponize your children against you. You get Bola Hambi, you don't get. You don't go do vasectomy. One knee,
And
mount
it
the
still
next
works.
one.
It definitely still works.
It's
But
working.
the thing is that I like you keep saying that the children are a weapon, but the thing is that I totally
See,
agree. I
Holyfield,
am
you
well
have no
aware that
idea. You have
children are
just
a
started
weapon.
though. See, me,
I'm
I
well
don't go
aware.
through them. And let me tell you, I did not do it for more than a year before I got up and said, enough is enough. Instead of me paying money to see my children, I'll go and start another family. I did that, and that's the best decision I ever made. Your children will be your children. They will ever come and look for you.
Do you know
If
that
you
you could
allow them,
experience the same thing
Holyfield,
with the
if
next
you
woman? Do
allow
you
them to
know,
toe this line with you,
Daddy
you
Freeze?
will not see those children and you will lose your mind chasing them.
Daddy
Because
Freeze.
once a woman is ready to
Holyfield
bear
came now
fat,
and told us his own part of the story, right? We are now so totally sure, just because the other party is not here, we are also totally sure he was the right person right now. If you ask that woman to say one word about Holyfield, do you know what she could be, uttering? Do you know what she could be saying? So sometimes it could be him that has to work on himself, that is not just running about or starts having another children somewhere, because the same situation could repeat itself. That's not a
that
solution
she's
right
right.
now.
That you could have, see, we're going to come back to you, we're going to circle back to you. You have control issues and you're going to have to work on it. But whether you have control issues or not, it doesn't look like there's any headway with this woman. And if you're not careful, they'll get you kicked out of that country. They'll take everything you've ever worked for, and you're still not going to see the kids.
Yeah.
It is good that you make a story about it. Anything that she has ever done to you before, plus the lie, plus the true, anything where you feel chook inside, go chook inside. Now, so that they do divorce case, don't let anybody
Protect
lie give
yourself.
you.
Protect yourself.
Don't let anybody lie give you.
Mm-hmm.
It is going to be messy. It is
Get
going to
yourself a
be
good
messy.
lawyer. Get yourself a good
Get
lawyer
yourself a
who
good
knows
lawyer,
about this.
spend money on your legal team. Any day they tell you to pay money to see your children, that day it ends. Unless you are not a
I mean,
man.
that's already
For
happened before.
me,
I
I
had to go
can
to
do
court.
anything for my children
Because I have to pay
except.
the lawyer, right?
Do you know
You have
what?
to pay
Hold
the
on, hold
lawyer,
on,
right?
hold on. Do you know what supervised visit is? It means you're an animal. They
No,
gave it
I
to me
don't.
as
I
an
don't
option
get
in Nigeria. We
back.
No,
rejected it.
DF. No, 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 no,
Yes, it
no. It's
does.
not
No, no, no,
animal.
no, no, no. Hold on, hold on.
DF.
It means you don't
But
trust me with my own kids. There's no
No,
greater
DF.
insult in
It's
this
based
life.
on okay
Don't
now.
tell me that. What does supervised
DF.
visit
It's
mean? Do you
abuse
mean to
now.
get you?
When
Hold on,
when
hold on,
when there's
hold on. You
abuse
want
in
me to
the
get
case
you a
in court.
lawyer? Hold on. Do you want me to get you a lawyer to
Mm.
interpret what supervised visit means? It means you are not capable of being alone with your children. It
It's
is
not
an
supervision that is free.
insult.
But you
No,
still
that
Sometimes
is what
it's
continue.
for
it
the
I'm
other
gonna
means.
party not to
Hold
continue.
on,
respond. It's for the other party
I'm gonna
hold
sometimes not
on,
to
continue
respond with
because
the
you're still in
children
the
because it's
courts.
common
hold
around
on.
here.
That means you have been guilty of violence
It may not be.
or a b. The fact that the court has looked at me as unfit, I will now be unfit and I will have nothing to do with those children. Men, you should not take that insult from anybody unless you know in your heart that you are ABUSE. But if you have not, it is an insult to your integrity as a man that you will do
Yeah.
something to harm your own child. That means the
Yeah.
government cannot trust you with your own
Unfortunately,
child because a woman
freeze.
has ratted you out. You should keep those children.
That freeze. Actually, me personally, as a parent,
Somebody
I
said
don't
it could be
have a
DRUGS.
problem with the
My
idea
ex, hold
of
on,
supervised.
my ex pulled that card on me, supervised it. I never went to see the kids, ever. I went
Yeah,
to
I
them
mean
once to
personally,
say bye bye.
I think
Hold on. I went to see them once to say goodbye. That's the last time I
mm,
went to ever see them again. I will never. If I'm not capable of seeing you one on one as my child, it's not worth it. And let us stop sugarcoating it. Let us stop making it look like it's a mild thing. Let us stop making it. No, enough. They gave it to me as an option. They said if I want to see my kids, I have to be supervised to see my own children that I used to bath. I used to wake up in the morning and I used to bathe with them just so that I can get them ready for school. Then I now have to see them in the presence of someone. You can keep
yeah.
them. Finish. Any day they are ready to see me unsupervised, we will see. I will never, and I will never allow any man to go through that mental heartache. What nonsense.
DF will
Yeah.
accept, and I
I
agree with
mean,
you. And I'm not saying it is right. All I'm only saying is that my friend is going through this situation because they're currently in the court
Tell
system.
him
They have
to
they have
sell this house
assets
and go and get
together.
another set of
He
children.
can't sell the house, DF. They're in the courts. They're yet to share their assets.
That's the
And
great
that was the
America
last
that you people
thing.
went to. The fantastic
And
America. Do you
and
think?
that was the
Hold
last
on.
thing,
Let me tell you
the
something.
last
Hey,
verdict they got.
let me tell you something. They gave me as an option. They said supervised visit. I never, from that moment on, I did not pay 50 kobo for those children and I refused to see them. I'm not an animal. I have other children that I raised. I say it all the time. I will never get Father of the Year award, but I try my best to be a good father. Sometimes there are things my children tell me that they don't tell their mom. Sometimes, of course, they'll tell their mom two things that they don't tell me. I don't look at them. Sometimes they annoy me. Sometimes I shout at them. Sometimes I quarrel with them. But at the bottom of the day, they know that I love them. And I'm trying my best as a human being. But if that my best is so bad that you're afraid of me to the point where you need someone in your room when you are seeing me, then it's not worth it. I don't have to prove myself to my child.
yeah.
An
I mean,
African
for me,
man. Don't
I
have
don't
to
think
prove
it's good
myself.
yet.
I don't
You
have my
know,
child is not a god that I have to prove myself to end. Unless
mm,
say, okay, what's the worst thing they say? Say I carry woman. Abraham no carry woman. David no carry woman. Solomon no carry woman. Is that why I won't see my children? Am I carrying their friends? They can. If they say I beat Pekin, if Pekin not it tomorrow, I will still flog you. You are my child. I flog Baby Freeze. The last time I flog him good cane. What happened? I was going for an event. He came to meet me and said, He wanted to, they were having a school event. He needed bow tie. I carry my only black bow tie, give him. When I dey give
Get
him,
it hold
I
on.
dey talk, say, they talk, say, this bow tie, no loss ammo. He go. Like 2 months later, I'm going for an event. I went to my bow tie bag. I could not see the bow tie. Where's my bow tie? I tell the mama, say, now the pikin I give. The mama say, now lie, say, don't return am. We begin quarrel. Now I go there, room, begin shout, say, scatter everywhere. Now they open his school bag. The bow tie was at the bottom of his school bag. Mona, kisa yasilara mi. Not over every lot. I give him better flogging. And there's nothing wrong with it. And he
There's
does
not
not
some,
hate me for it.
there's something wrong with it in this part of the world, you know that.
Good, come back home.
Okay.
I will
If
not
that is
live in
the
a
law.
country where
Mauritius,
if I flog my Peking, they will give me issue.
DM, justice for baby freeze. No more spanking. I'm agbeing you.
Hey, give me your hand. Mo no
now
lowo.
imagine,
Pew
now
pew.
imagine one pastor is not coming to tell you how to spank your child. They're not telling you how did you do the spanking.
Yo, 5 year le. You see, I'm saying certain things in Yoruba because I'm coding them. I did not leave the room. I did not leave the space for those kind of things to happen.
I mean, I would say that when your wife is
Totally
doing
wrong.
this thing,
How is it wrong?
particularly to
How is
poke
it
at your
wrong?
button, it's a bit
How is it
hard, you
wrong?
know.
As long as the flogging no be abuse. I flog her for a hand, and as they go, I give her one for a back. Take away.
Ah, dear. That's too
Learn
much.
responsibility. There's nothing too much. That's why I can carry baby freeze and tell him to sit down here, and he will sit down. Your
True,
own children,
true,
can you leave them? I can take
true,
baby freeze into a train station and put him to sit down here and say, sit down for the next 2 hours, and he'll sit
true.
down there and not move. You people in
Like
America,
my
you tell
kids.
your children.
Oh yeah, I
Some of you will
can.
be online, your children will be jumping behind you. You cannot even tell them. Do you think I can be online and baby freeze come and be jumping behind me?
Yeah.
We raise our children with discipline in love. The
Mm-hmm.
Bible clearly says, do not spare the rod. I'm not one that flogs children anyhow, but when you deserve it, you will
You get
get
it.
it. And I have learned that the devil lives inside children. There's no devil in hellfire, it's inside your child. Now you go, they use sense, cane, word, punishment, gift. They remove the devil small by small. Your child is born full of devil. Now you go come out town.
If the word is not
Let me tell you
devil, it's
something.
just they're
Let me tell you
just
something.
children.
I can never. I lock when I enter my room and I want to sleep. I lock my door, but I know that my son is never going to open that door without knocking.
Mm-hmm.
He's never going to do it. There are things my kids are never going to do. We have to separate discipline from
Love.
ABUSE, from owning children to God. My sister husband, he flogged Pikin. Oh. My papa flogged me. Oh. My mama flogged me. It no mean say I don't like them. If there's anything I like my papa for, I don't like him for, no be the flogging. It has nothing to do with the flogging. It's more of ideological differences. So don't, because people live in America and America has turned your children to your gods, you will worship them, pop palm oil on their head every morning, recite incantations, does not make it right. America is not the correction of Nigeria. It's an equally bad but opposite situation. So, my dear brother, this advice I will give you, everybody will think it is madness. I've been through it before, and it is what saved me. If they want to dangle children in front of you as weapon, run. Don't let anybody manipulate you from proxy or from close access through your children. Unless you know you're a monster. Unless you know that you're a monster. If you know that you're not, you know in your heart. You were the ABUSC picking, you know. I don't need to tell you. You were wicked to picking, you know. But if you know you are none of that, And if you know a woman is trying her possible best to destroy you, whether it is to get your property or to keep you away from the children, take a step back. If you want to be in your children's life, all the best. Never agree for a supervised visit. You are not an animal. It sends a wrong message to your children. It sends a message to them that you are not a good father. They will never collect correction from you. For you to see us, you have to be with somebody.
Yeah, if it does get to that, personally, I have trust. I have no reason to doubt the Mauritian court system. In fact, I trust the Mauritian court system. I do believe that if things do go on properly, without any shenanigans, without any external influence, that the truth will come out, right? But I also wanted to speak out because, to be
When
honest,
that other agenda is involved, there is no truth.
yeah,
Just always know
yeah.
that.
I mean, true. So I do hope it doesn't get to supervised visit because I really don't know how I would feel about that. But yeah, it hasn't gotten to that. Yes, I have had to pay a good sum to be able to get those 2 days that I have every week. It's why when she didn't let me
It's
take him
different.
yesterday,
It's
it
different.
was
You've gotten
very
your
bad.
days, but that you have to pay somebody to stand with you to see your children. Never do that.
Yeah,
Never. Your children, you
Yes,
see, part of your responsibility in the life of your children is that you can bring them discipline. Nobody,
yeah,
not me. You see, part of your responsibility as your father is your children must fear you, a healthy fear. If you overdo it, it's ABUSE. If you underdo it, you will spoil them. There has to be that. That's why I said it's got to be healthy. Your children
yeah.
know if me and Baby Freeze are playing, I feel call them now, use F word on them. We go, they joke, they laugh. But he knows when I'm serious. One of my friends, when we're growing up, his father enters the house and shouts, "You MFs, where the F are you?" And all the children will start laughing. The day the father enters the house and calls their name, Olanike, just no say problem D. Now when father enters, you hoes, they know say we see with it. Now when he call your name, now he go say problem D.
That's
If he
so bad.
enters and swears at you, just know that we're having fun, we're cool. And have fun with your kids. You can joke with them, you can mess around with them. But let there always be that thin line. Let them know that when time for orders come, when you back that order, they will follow you
absolutely.
in times of crisis.
Yeah.
Because I've seen crisis management. House one born, dog day inside the house. Small picking one run, go carrying dog. I look Baby Face like this. I say, get into the car. Finish. If dog no know how to take fine away from the fire, Calabar neighbors go see suya where they go chop tomorrow. My child is not going to run into a fire to save cat or dog.
But DF, on that note, do you know these things are actually part of the culture? Because me growing up, Shebi would they see ghosts, would they see lizard everywhere. I noticed that my daughter is very, she loves cats. Any
Mm.
cat she sees, she would stand, she would
There's
say,
nothing wrong
hello.
with seeing cats and loving
You know,
cats. I love cats too, but I
yeah,
will not
so
run inside fire
but
and
I'm
catch
sure
cats.
that if my daughter sees a cat, they God forbid we have a house fire and we have a cat, my daughter would rather save that cat than save her life. This thing is part of Emma Bomi, it's part of Pé Boshe Dagba. It
Ìwọ
kind
ló
of thing
máa
they
gbà
talk.
lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Ìwọ ló máa gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Sorry, it's not that my children will not want to do that. But tomati woju me. Tomati woju, they look my eye. They will go house, go cry. But you see, it happened to a friend of mine's son, a friend of mine's daughter. She ran in to save her puppy and came out scarred.
Oh.
4 years later, she took her life because of those scars.
Mm-hmm.
She was bullied because of those scars. And she took her life because of those scars. So it is my duty as your parent sometimes to protect you. Sometimes I have to have the final say. A plane is coming down, crucial stage of flying, 10 feet from the ground, and something happens. It is one person's call to either call, go around, or continue landing. And once the pilot calls, go around, the co-pilot must trigger the toga, configure for go around. When you call go around as the captain, and the air hostess is calling another thing. The first officer is calling another thing. Inside bush, now you're not go find yourself. I see American. I forgot Teddy. Should be cat still good. Picking we forget Teddy be inside house. We bomb the one bomb the area. Small picking run inside house go carry Teddy bear.
Daddy Freeze, let me go back on that
That kind
note
of
of
thing is where are you
one of the
getting into the
things
car now? As if I call baby freeze, get into the car now. There's no argument. Winter. So sometimes you also need to set your ground rules. And no child will ever listen to you. You wait that they carry somebody to supervise my seminar. I say I no go carry cat.
Daddy Freeze, let me quickly give
In
him
fact,
a
I'll
quick
carry my sweater self.
scenario. Let me quickly say something. On that note, that might work if you try it. I once had
Samaria,
a
you're not a
friend.
nice person.
Listen,
Sorry,
Daddy Freeze.
continue.
I once had a friend in Ireland. Yeah, he was a guy who's having system issue with the partner and 2 children, and they went to court and they had this shared custody of you having the children for yourself 3 days and the other party. And anytime he goes to pick these children, this woman will always come up, and the mother-in-law, they will always come up to, stop him, like, oh, the children are sleeping, oh, they are coughing, you can't take them. So he would cry and tell me, as a very good friend, as in, see, this is what I was going through that time. And I said to him, I said, listen, I know how much the bond you have with the children, but do yourself a favor, right? The period you're supposed to go and pick those children, don't go. Hold yourself, cry, do anything. No, it's a life experience, I said it and he said it was hard. I said, do it. On the 2 occasions you are meant, or 3 occasions, the weekends, whatever, don't go. Do you know what they started doing? They started coming to dump the children and say, oh, you think you would leave the children and you will not. But before, they will stop him. You understand? Because they saw his weaknesses. Do you understand? They were preying on that. But then they suddenly realized that this guy was like not, no longer paying attention to them. And then they will now call him and say, oh, are you not, because sometimes they want to go to parties themselves or they will have other engagements. And now they will call him, are you not supposed to come and pick Junior and so. And he will be like, sorry, I'm busy. Oh, it's today, not your whatever date to come and pick the children. And he will go like, even then he was holding himself. He wasn't enjoying it, but he was like, oh, sorry, I have a party, I'm not coming. And now they started coming to dump the children. And that was, since then, it has always been easy for him because they will always bring children because they know you wouldn't even come. So if it's a kind of tactics or something you want to put up and, just make your partner feel like you're not even interested, like Daddy Free said, you may want to practice it. It might work for you. It worked for some other people, but I don't know. You see, the only food we're talking to me, is softer than all these advices you're giving him.
See, sometimes I just want to harden him up. I know that he's soft. Samaria said something, be like saying, now only me, they beg my ex to come carry his child, which is true. Samaria, you are doing a great job with that, and I must commend you for that. One thing I want to say as I'm going, nothing, especially I speak for the men because, like you said, mom with keep 2 men have come to cry in her house in the last 2 weeks.
No, this weekend.
Sorry, in the last 1 week.
No.
In the last weekend. If nothing was happening, men will not be crying. China woke up one morning and cancelled every form of divorce settlement. You carry what you brought to the house. If you brought the land and I built the house, and the land is valued at 100,000 and the house is valued at 2 million, you are owed 100,000. You only take as a woman what you brought. You are not, forget dividing a man, you are not getting anything from the man. As in zero. It is what you brought. So if me and Ronke are working together, we are earning 50,000 naira, and we are both paying 30,000 naira every month, they will divide the house into 2. But if me and Ronke are living together, and I'm not paying for the house, Ronke will pack a load and go new.
Now you go pack and go.
No, that's Chinese law.
I know. Yeah.
That's it. Finish. No argument. And parents are entitled to 50-50 of the children. Whatever the story is, they just in one day, they just crashed the entire divorce industry. You guys don't realize that America and the UK have created an industry out of divorce and child custody. You don't understand
Fortune.
it.
A fortune.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we pray and hope
No,
that's
a
the case for
whole
Mauritius.
industry.
For Mauritius, pray and
And
hope
you
that's not the case
guys,
for
by
Mauritius.
supporting their ideology, are the mouthpieces, the influencers for that particular industry. I follow a lawyer on Instagram. They say, when you are divorcing, don't pack out of the house. You pack out of the house, you lose child custody. I said, you can see the amount of stupidities inside these laws. They are not better than Nigerian law. They are not better. It's just that they are in another foolish way. Nigerian law is foolish this way. Western law is foolish this way. They think they take care of the children. When they take a child away from his father's, his father's control and cover, the child ends up on the streets.
True. Or in the hands of pedophile.
So anyway, guys, let me go and spend time with my family. Love you all. Thank you so much. Holyfield, be brave and strong. Be brave and strong.
DF, later, I want to ask you a question.
All right, my love.
Thank
You
you.
look very beautiful today, by the way. I said I was going
Oh,
to tell you.
thank you. Thank you, DF.
Ronke, Ronku's baby, you need to do. Then cool,
Okay.
like, how I saw do.
Have a good day.
See? Ronku's baby.
Okay.
Bye.